All right, Shalom. Want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shemal Shah by Shem Dash? Dub on to the apostle and others gave millstone. Shalom to other I came out there pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. Yeah, I want to do light segment, so to speak, on this pestilence that's being spoken of, dated. It's February 23rd. A few days ago. In the first of the month. But it's bringing a major, like it says right here, health scare, on the hands of Americans. Now, we know when that 19 came out, that was a game changer, But as we also know, people fall asleep very quickly. Everybody sees that, everybody got the jab, who died, who survived, and everything went back to, normal, which pretty much living in a new normal, But nonetheless, that was a trial run, for the elites to know how to corral the people, man. They set up legislation, they set up curfews. It was a lot of things that they actually had the ability to manipulate and maneuver with under the shadow of a sickness outbreak. Now, they made certain areas mandatory to get jabbed. With certain jobs you can't work. There's certain regions in the countries you can't work. Some, like I do driving, and I don't know how it is now, but in Canada you have to have that jab, man. So that's a form of mandate. Making it federally required to be pricked. Even though there's articles that say that your body's immune system, work just as good, if not better, than the actual jab. And a lot of people die from the jab. A lot of people die from that, as well as the ventilators. But we know when if another sickness outbreak were to happen, it would catch the whole world by surprise, and a lot of people aren't going to be able to deal with it. And it's going to really have it where a lot of governments are not going to be able to deal with it. Hence, finding ways to control the people. They're going to have to try to control the narrative and control the people. And don't let it be a deadly outbreak. Double the kill rate, more extreme than the last sickness. They're going to come up with they're going to impose harsh measures to make sure that everything is fully locked down, And we know what the prophecy says in Revelation 13, how he calls of all small and great, rich and poor, to receive, marking their right hand or their foreheads. And the best, one of the best, from my opinion, the best way to, basically have it where people have to get a jab is using the ploy of an outbreak, because certain people could be sick, certain people could be healthy, of course. The ones that's healthy, you, and as well as the ones that's sick, you tag them electronically to see if their sickness is progressively getting worse, progressively getting better, So it says, have you heard about what's going on in Cambodia? If officials confirm that the H5N1 strain of the bird flu really is spreading from human to human there, it is likely to set off a wave of panic all over the globe. And if human-to-human transmission were to start happening in multiple countries, we would have a real nightmare on our hands. We just went through a pandemic that had very low death rate, but it still paralyzed much of the world for an extended period of time. So how would global authorities react if a disease that has a death rate of more than 50% and humans start spreading like wildfire? Oh, they're gonna have to clamp down. Checkpoints, heavy curfews. If you don't actually follow the different curfews and the guidelines, they're gonna put you in a concentration camp. They're gonna actually haul you away. That's written in Second Ezra. They shall take away certain of you. Being idle, giving things given onto idols, man. According to the WHO, more than 50% of the humans that have tested positive for the H5 H5N1 over the past 2 decades have died. Yeah, so it has a hellified kill rate. The good news is that it has been very difficult for humans to become infected. During the past 20, there have been less than 1,000 confirmed cases. So even though I just say the sickness has resulted in the deaths of about 200 million birds worldwide since December 2021, health authorities just keep assuring us that the risk of humans was low. But it says, but now everything has been changing. You know, in recent weeks, we have seen H5N1 mutate and start to spread among various types of mammals, and that has deeply alarmed many experts. For example, the following comes from an article posted by Johns Hopkins University. Yeah, before I read that, which I might not, yeah, I'll read it. But we know this devil is nefarious, man, and he has tactics, strategies, and methods, you know, to have totalitarian control, man. You know, it's so much things that actually show us. You know, I just watched a video where they were saying how it was a classified operation to spread mosquitoes. You know, Esau dropped mosquitoes in different states, man. You know, to see how it would be. So this man, he'll drop a disease in a heartbeat. He's done it numerous times. You know, you had these different experiments that took place. You know, Tuskegee, Puerto Rican cancer experiment. You know, even HIV and these different sicknesses like that. It was even spoken about how military men in Africa, it was one guy, he said that his job was to spread the sickness, you know, to a lot of those Africans. So he's known as the old serpent, the devil. So you think he just changed up and now he's living a good lifestyle? Nah, he still has that same devious way of going about things, man. But it says, in particular, the jump from birds to mammals, including foxes, bears, mink, whales, and seals, is significant and something to pay attention to, says Davis, an associate professor in environmental health and engineering at Johns Hopkins University, Bloomberg School of Public Health. What people may not remember from high school biology is that there are larger differences between birds and mammals than there are among mammals. So finding the virus in mammals indicates an expanded host range. Yeah, so there you have it. You know, scriptures speak heavily about a pestilence is going to break. I'm not saying that's going to be the actual one, but we know as the times progress, it's going to be a lot. Things are going to get progressively worse, and the prophecies that's already written, you know, we're going to see them come to pass, of course. You know, and that's the way that the Lord passes judgment, through pestilence. Psalm 78 and 50. He made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence. Yeah, so a lot of individuals' lives are going to be given over to an outbreak, man. You know, Jeremiah 21 and 6. And I will smite the inhabitants of the city, both man and beast. They shall die of a great pestilence. You know, Jeremiah 24 and 10. And I will send the sword, the famine, and the pestilence among them till they be consumed from off the land that I gave unto them and to their fathers. You know, so I just want to, you know, speak on that. I'll give a little, you know, insight in the spirit. You know, current events, of course. So with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto you. How about Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakodash, Dabana to the Apostle, Elders, Great Millstone, Shalom, Amaki.